what's up? Welcome back to my weekly pregnancy journal series. Today I'm going to be talking all about weeks 17 and weeks 18 of my second pregnancy. Week 17 was kind of busy, and when my day came to film, I just never really got around to it, and then by the time I was ready to film for week 17, I was already like halfway into week 18, so I figured I would just kind of clump these two videos together and do like a big update at the end of week 18 and just talk about both weeks 17 and week 18. So that is why I'm clumping these 2 weeks together. So first I'm going to go over development for week 17, and then I will talk about development for week 18, and we'll be all caught up on baby's development. And then I will go into how week 17 was and how week 18 was. And I will finish it off with showing you an update of my bump, and then that'll be pretty much it. We'll wrap up the video and I will see you guys in the next one. I apologize if you hear like little squeaks or anything in the background. My husband's upstairs like showering and getting ready for bed and stuff. We just put the baby down, so I needed to come down and film, so I don't know why we have like really creaky floors. We tried to fix it when we redid our floors, but they're still pretty creaky. So if you hear that in the background, that's what that is. And if you don't hear it, then great. So week 17, baby was about 6 inches long and weighed about 6.7 ounces. Baby is now starting to practice breathing with amniotic fluid. Hearing has also developed, so the baby can hear sounds inside the womb a lot more clear now. Myelin, which is a protective coating around the nerves, is now starting to form. Baby's umbilical cord is continuing to grow to support baby's continuing needs and growth. That's pretty much it for week 17. Not a whole lot as far as development goes. For week 18, baby is about 6 inches in length and weighs about 8.47 ounces. So now in week 18, baby is covered with vernix, which is like a protective white coating that protects the skin from any damage in the womb. Baby is starting to look more and more like a baby now, with their arms and legs a little bit more proportionate, and there is a presence of fat layers underneath the skin, so they're not quite as bony as they were. They are now starting to have more clearly defined facial features. This is kind of crazy, since we do know that baby is a girl. At this point, she will already have half of the eggs developed that she will be born with, which is really weird and crazy to think about. Right now, baby is only awake for about 6 hours a day, which is probably accurate. I feel her moving here and there, but it's still pretty sparse. So that is it as far as development goes. As far as how week 17 and week 18 went for me. So week 17 was actually the week of Christmas. I had talked about in my previous video that we were all sick for a couple of days, and so at the beginning of week 17 I was starting to feel better. Viv was starting to feel better, Trevor was feeling better, everyone was kind of just feeling better. We were really happy that we escaped the COVID curse and we were able to get together with family and celebrate for Christmas, which was really, really nice. Christmas was really fun this year because Viv is 16 months, so she was able to unwrap more of her presents and she wanted to play with more of her toys, and it was definitely a lot more fun this year. Last year she was only a couple months old and didn't really understand or know what to do with the presents, and so this year was definitely more fun from that standpoint. As far as symptoms go for week 17, I don't really feel like I had a whole lot of symptoms. I still felt kind of tired, I think just because of the cold that I was getting over, but other than that I feel like I didn't feel sick at all this week. I worked out in week 17 a couple days, and like I said, it was Christmas, so we just kind of celebrated with family and enjoyed our holiday. I didn't have to work Christmas, which was great. I did work the day before, or the night before, but other than that, week 17 was pretty uneventful. I feel like most of my weeks have been uneventful. So going into week 18, I worked a couple days this past week, and I feel like this week I was not as consistent with working out. I want to blame it on like the holidays, but I don't know, it might have been a combination of the holidays as well as just laziness slash tiredness, but I definitely am ready to get into more of a routine, and I feel like that is definitely going to make me feel a little bit better. So I'm hoping that for this last half of my pregnancy I can be a little bit more consistent with my workouts. I feel like I will feel a lot better if I do that. Again, week 18 was not filled with many symptoms. I felt pretty good. This week was New Year's, so 2 back-to-back holidays. I was supposed to work New Year's Eve, but I got canceled, so we just hung out at home with my in-laws and watched a movie, and then watched the ball drop on YouTube, and then we all went to bed. So it was a pretty laid back, chill New Year's Eve, and then I worked the 2 days following, so which takes us to today. So I feel like over the last 2 weeks I have been able to feel baby girl moving a lot more. I am like positive, I can feel the movements. I feel like I still can't feel her, like I have to be kind of sitting still, but when I sit still and I like focus on it, I can feel her moving, which is really fun. And they're fun because she still has a lot of room in there, so like she's not like kicking me in places that are really uncomfortable. I know with my daughter, with Viv, the later I got in my pregnancy, the more uncomfortable it got and the less cute that her movements were. I'm just trying to soak in and enjoy the cute little flutters and movements that I feel right now, because I know that as she continues to grow and runs out of space in there, it's going to be a lot less comfortable. The other fun thing that I did this week was one of the nights at work, we don't have very many patients at work right now, so when I had a little bit of time and had a little bit of a break, we pulled out the ultrasound machine and took a look at baby girl on the ultrasound machine. We didn't really know what we were doing, so we were kind of just turned it on and did what we have seen some of the doctors do. And we were able to see baby girl on the ultrasound, which was really, really cool. I actually have my anatomy scan this upcoming week on Wednesday, so I'm excited about that. Still sad because Trevor can't be there for it, but excited to see baby and just kind of hopefully get a clean bill of health from her and just know that she is growing and developing just as she should. So I have that to look forward to this week. But doing the ultrasound at work was kind of fun. It was just something, I don't know, something a little bit different, and I kind of got to like play around and see if I could get different angles. We got to see her legs and her head, and it was just fun. It was a good time. So other than that, I feel like that's pretty much gonna wrap up my update video. I feel like even for 2 weeks worth of information, this video is probably not going to be super long, but that's okay. I will update you guys next week on how my anatomy scan went, and hopefully we get nothing but good news. And other than that, I think I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick update on how my bump is progressing. Here is a look at the end of week 18, beginning of week 19 baby bump. Here we are. Pull this up. Feel like we've got a little bit of something. Can't suck in anymore. Oh, man. Baby. So I am technically 19 weeks today, so that's like the end of my 18th week and beginning of week 19. So that's where we're at. So that is how my bump is progressing, and I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget, if you want to watch any of the previous week's videos, I will have them all linked in the description box below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video on next Monday. Bye.